Hello everyone, welcome to Integrated Medical Biochemistry with Dr. Bijoya. Today we shall see various DNA purification methods. We have already discussed the DNA extraction method. So there are different types of DNA purification methods. The one is the alcohol-based liquid DNA purification method, then the silica gel column-based DNA purification method, agarose gel-based DNA purification method, ion exchange chromatography-based DNA purification method, automated DNA purification method, and the chemical-based DNA purification method. So these are the different types of purification methods that are used by students and the genetic biology or molecular biology. So now we will today discuss about the alcohol based liquid method, which is most commonly used in laboratories for student. So here we see that after the cell is suspended and lysed and the proteins and DNA is outside the cell, we have to add various reagents to purify the DNA. Now, the removal of protein can be done by isopropanol, and it can be enhanced by taking a mixture of phenol, chloroform, isoamyl alcohol, which gives a very good purity of DNA, of the extracted DNA. So the principle of alcohol-based liquid DNA purification method uh, uses various alcohols have and chloroform having different polarity. So these are the top three ingredients: phenol, chloroform, isoamyl alcohol. Um, the liquid DNA extraction and purification method separates the DNA on base of its solubility in immiscible solution, and this is the basic principle of phenol chloroform extraction method. So DNA is insoluble in phenol because phenol is non-polar and DNA is highly polar, whereas proteins have both polar and non-polar groups. So its polarity varies. Now, chloroform increases the efficiency of phenol for denaturation of proteins, and isoamyl alcohol also increases the purity of DNA by reducing the foam of proteins. So the adulteration of protein is highly reduced. So this is why this combination of organic solvents sometimes is very helpful in DNA purification. So these are the steps. First, we take 500 ml of the extracted sample, 500 microliter, I'm sorry. Then we add 1 ml of cell lysis buffer, that is Triton. Then we centrifuge it for 3000 rpm for 2 minutes. After that, we add 300 microliter of SDS, that is sodium dodecyl sulfate, which is a detergent and it lyses the nuclei. Then we again incubate at room temperature for 2 minutes so that the lysis is carried out, can be carried out by the buffer. After that, uh, in step 4, we take 100 microliter of saturated sodium chloride and mix 600 microliter of chloroform gently. Then centrifuge it at 6000 rpm for 2 minutes. And after that, whatever supernatant we achieve from the centrifugation, that is now transferred to a 1.5 ml microfuge tube with the help of autopipette. Then we come to the step 6 where we add 600 microliter of cold isopropanol, which will help in precipitation and removal of the proteins. And then we centrifuge it after adding isopropanol at 13,000 rpm for 1 minute. Now, in step 7, we discard the supernatant. Whatever cell debris is left, we allow it to dry at room temperature. This pellet will consist of the DNA. To this, we will add 50 to 100 microliter of nuclease free water so that no RNAs or DNAs are present which can denature the DNA or cleave the DNA. Then we go to the step 8 where we briefly vortex it and mix it and then store it at minus 20 degree till it is used for further applications. So measurement of purity of DNA concentration has to be done after the DNA has been removed from the various impurities. So this is the this white precipitate has DNA in it, and now we have to see how pure it is minus the impurities. So this DNA pellet will now be checked for its purity. For that we need a UV absorbance spectrometry and a wavelength of 260 nanometers. Now at 260 nanometers, if the absorbance is 1, it means that there is 50 micrograms of double-stranded DNA per ml of the solution mixture present in this tube. So per ml there is 50 micrograms if the absorbance is 1. Now to check the purity, we have to take a ratio absorbance at two different wavelengths, that is absorbance at 260 nanometers and 280 nanometers, and then calculate a ratio by dividing the absorbance at 260 nanometers by absorbance at 280 nanometers. If the result is 1.8 means the DNA sample is pure. If the ratio of absorbance is less than 1.8, it is contaminated by protein or phenol, and if the result is less than 1.8, it indicates that the whole procedure has to be repeated in order to get a pure DNA concentration. So this is how the result is interpreted, or the absorbance is interpreted. So subscribe to my channel, like and share it. Click on the bell icon. Thank you and have a nice day.